I wanted to record this video giving my thoughts on the building debate that's going on right now. I know that as of this recording today, building was actually just put back in the game. Well, actually, I don't think I know that no builds, the no builds, the game mode is, I believe it might be a permanent edition, but we're supposed to get building back sometime today in public matches. Just because builds are going to be put back in, this is not something that's going to go away. This has been debated on since people started getting good at building back in chapter 1. I would be lying if I said I was not concerned, but I think I have a solution, and it's a solution that no one has talked about yet, and I'm actually kind of surprised. And at the end of this video, I'll tell you what I think the solution is going to be. But let's backtrack a little bit here. So I understand why people don't like building in Fortnite. I get it. And if I'm being real, a surprising amount of people, including people in my community who are actually pretty decent at building, who are actually pretty decent at the game, they actually were enjoying Fortnite more when it was taken out. And that took me back by surprise, right? And I can understand that. I will even admit for myself personally, the last video I posted, the one where I won 3 squad games back to back, that I was playing with randoms because I wanted to get before I made this video, I wanted to get a better feel of my opinion on no builds. I wanted to play more because I hadn't played enough. And it's fun. I love Fortnite with no building. I think it's great. I think people are really enjoying it because it's something new. It's something that's fresh, and it's taking Fortnite and flipping it on its head. But my question is, for the people that want that to be permanent, how sustainable is that? Does Fortnite have enough interesting and intrinsic qualities to separate itself from other VRs if you take away the thing that made Fortnite Fortnite? And that's the other side of the argument that people can't deny, is that Fortnite got the success and the popularity it did because of building. Now, let me tell you the real reason why people enjoy no building mode, outside of the fact that it's a change from the norm. The main reason why people like it is because it reminds them of OG Fortnite. Even I felt like, you know, I got OG Fortnite vibes because I'm sitting here bush camping in solo matches thinking I would never have to do that again in an end game because there's me and like 4 other people left alive, and I'm trying to figure out what the smartest way to, you know, position myself is here, and the smartest move is to sit and hide in a bush until the last 2 people hopefully push each other. And here's the other side of that argument too, right? A lot of bad players, and with all due respect to them, but a lot of people who aren't good at building, they said, oh, and I got this on TikTok a lot. There's a lot of people being like, oh man, well, you know what? Now that building's out of the game, all these sweats, they don't know what to do now. Y'all don't get it. Look, I'm not saying that I'm one of the greatest players. Cypher has said that he's not one of the greatest players, and quite frankly, I don't think that I'm on Cypher's level, but I'm a pretty decent Fortnite player. I put a lot of time into the game. I learned how to build. I put some effort into learning how to edit. I bought a PC. I bought a scuffed controller so I could play Fortnite better, quite frankly, and create content. But that aside, the sweats are still sweaty. Now, here's the difference. Now, when I'm shooting you, you can't put up a wall. Even as a trash player, you can't put up a wall or a pyramid or something to try to block some of the fire. Now I can just shoot you freely. Quite frankly, it's a lot easier for me to kill bad players because y'all are still bad. Even if your aim is decent, I probably have better movement than you do. Taking out building doesn't make builders worse at the game. It actually, in some ways, it makes it easier for us because now there's less effort to kill you. Let's reel it back in. The point that I'm trying to make here is I understand why it's frustrating for some people to have building in the game. And I would be lying if I said it wasn't a barrier to entry. Over the course of the last week, when no building was put in, we saw a bunch of people, it was a new resurgence of Fortnite. A bunch of people who had never played the game before jumped onto the game, and a bunch of old players came back on. Tim, Ninja, Dr. Lupo, Nick Merckx, everybody jumped back on the game, and they were excited to play, right? And then on top of it, you got people like Saikuno and Toast jumping on. They've never played Fortnite before, or never played it consistently. A bunch of new people are playing Fortnite. I guarantee you they've got a lot of new people that bought battle passes, that played the game for the first time. They probably made a bunch of money. Granted, that's all being donated over because of what's going on in the Ukraine, and God bless them for that. I think that's awesome that they're doing that. A lot of new people are interested in and wanting to spend money in Fortnite. Now what's Epic want to do? They want to keep those people. They want to retain those people. And from a business standpoint, I can understand that. And so what's Epic's solution? As of today, we hear that there's now a non-building mode, that it's going to be potentially permanent and separate from the main BR. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is kind of a concern, because what I'm worried about this doing, and Cypher talked about this in one of his videos recently, but what I'm concerned about is it splitting the community. See, the community's already split between BR players and creative players, and I'm going to get to the creative players later, but between BR players and creative players, and now you're going to have BR players, but then you're going to have a sub-segment of BR players, which is BR players that don't like building, and it was already controversial to begin with. So instead of forcing people to learn how to get good at the game for what it was and what it was intended to be, and to learn how to play the way it was meant to be played, now we're going to make an easier mode for people that don't know how to play. And I get that, and that's fine. The problem is that now I have a feeling Fortnite at some point in time in the future is going to have to choose, because now you got to think of it this way. Now your player base is split. All the people that would have normally played public Fortnite, those people are now split between, well, there's pubs for Fortnite, but there's non-building and building. So now you've got two communities split on your game now. Both are going to want changes. Both are going to want certain special things added to the game, and I'm sure Epic can fulfill the needs of both. But I have a feeling that one group is going to overpower the other. And what I don't want to see is, I don't want to see Fortnite get to a point where non-building over encompasses building in pub matches, and the only way that you can build in Fortnite is if you play competitive. As a small competitive player myself, someone who's been playing, starting to play more tournaments and things like that over the course of the last season of Fortnite, sometimes it's good to get practice in pubs and not have to sweat and worry about losing arena points all the time. You know, like, you have bad days. You have bad days where you're not going to be on your game, and sometimes you need to backtrack and kind of reground yourself in your fundamentals and play pubs. I guess the counter argument is that, well, because you'll have so many more new people wanting to play the game, you won't see really a decrease in either side and one encompassing the other. You'll have a bunch of the new people that don't know how to build. They can play there, and the hardcore fans, they'll still be able to build in pubs. And maybe some of those people that are playing in the non-building area, maybe they'll get curious and they'll jump over to the build side. And I think that that's cool, but I think that there's a better solution. Creative. Cypher himself said that the future of Fortnite is creative. I can see that the future of Fortnite is creative. Epic needs to do a better job of promoting and marketing creative Fortnite, because your casual audience, that's what they should be playing. Even on my TikTok, when the season first started, I had people commenting on my videos because of the map that I had made back in December with my community. It's a Terminator-based map. If you haven't watched that video, I'll put a link up here and probably a link down in the description as well, but a link above. But I made a map based on the Terminator franchise in the future war, and basically there was no building at all in that map, and people absolutely loved it. A lot of people came back to me and said, "Bro, your map prepared me for this season." But you think my map was the first to do something like that? There are tons of Fortnite creative maps where you can't build. Thousands of them. Epic needs to start promoting that and putting that out there, because not only is this something that casual players can gravitate towards easier, but it has a greater sense of community, because we, the fans of Fortnite, we built that. And not to mention, it's not just a BR, you've got a vast library of different game types. So let's say, for example, someone's used to playing Halo, right? And the different game modes that are in Halo. People will recreate game modes from Halo and make their own version of it in Fortnite, like maybe King of the Hill or Capture the Flag, but in Fortnite. And they might do it with no building. If Fortnite would just revamp creative and pay more attention to the creative community, I think that would be a huge booster for Fortnite as a whole, for the creative community, for new content creators, and honestly to grow their brand. Because look at Minecraft. Minecraft has proven to be successful. Why? Because people can build the craziest things, build the craziest maps constantly. Creative Fortnite is the same way. my community, my Fortnite community, I was doing creative streams with viewers every week, and every week somebody, I did it for like 3 or 4 months straight, and every week I had like 2 or 3 new maps a week. The creative community is amazing. My point to all this, to sum it up, to wrap this all up, is let's not destroy what Fortnite is. For the people, I think it's very disrespectful, and it's really harsh to just throw away your core fan base that took the time to learn how to play your game, that took the time to get better at it. And the last 4.5, 5 years of progress that we've made, you're just gonna throw it away to bring in new people and eventually make building a thing of the past because it got too hard. There's one thing that I learned when I started making content last year. A lot of the people that joined my community, when I first started doing Twitch and YouTube and TikTok videos, I started asking people, say, hey, what chapter or what season did you, or well, yeah, what chapter did you start playing Fortnite? I was surprised at the amount of people that said chapter 2, season 2, chapter 2, season 6. And a lot of these people at the time were better than me at building. And I've been playing since the second week Fortnite came out. Now, what does that tell you? Yeah, sure, building might be a barrier to entry, but people are taking the time to learn it. New people are coming in and taking the time to learn it. I think that's what's not being talked about. So don't throw it away, because there's so many people, new and old players alike, that have taken the time to get invested into it. And that's really what Fortnite is. That's the core of the game. The core of the game is building. Don't throw that away, because that's what makes Fortnite unique. I would argue there's not enough. Without building, Fortnite's not unique enough to maintain people's interest. I think that if you were to take building out permanently and have no building whatsoever, with the exception of maybe competitive, I think that you would destroy your game and people would lose interest over time. I think you would see a decrease in players, because why would they play Fortnite when they could play Apex or Call of Duty? Different types of items, they're all based around building. Launch pads, bounce pads, spike traps, shockwave grenades. These are all things that work based on a building meta. Yeah, you can use these things without it, but it's not as much fun. So don't throw that away. It's incredibly unique and incredibly difficult, and it can be a barrier to entry. But it is insanely rewarding when you figure it out and you get good at it. Ask the people that from chapter 2, season 2, that jumped in mid-chapter, that got good at the game, and ask them how they feel about it. Yeah, sure, no building might be fun for a while, but I guarantee you, people will get bored of it over time. Anyway, with that being said, I love you guys. I hope that this video was interesting. I think I'm going to keep doing these vlog podcast style types of content, because not only is it easier for me to edit, but it's just really like, I just feel like I'm just talking to you guys. So if you enjoy it, please leave a comment down below. Share this video with a friend. Of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the bell for notifications for my next video. Follow me on Twitch for the chance to end up in a YouTube video yourself at some point in time when I play with viewers. All that good stuff. Guys, you know the drill. Creator code, Clark_Clint, the item shop. Hashtag ad, all that good stuff. I love you guys. I love this game. I love this community. Keep building in Fortnite, okay?